Oh, hey, hi there. This is Brian. I just wanted to have a little bit of an update. Now, I've talked in the other videos about the physical muscular problems that are going on with my butt muscles and my back and all of that. Some of that stuff's getting worse. I'm hoping to get a diagnosis soon. An actual, this is what's wrong with you, which is hard to get because, Medi-Cal, they treat symptoms. But anyway, the other thing that has bothered me is neurological damage, kind of a brain fog, and my short-term memory just kind of has gotten worse and worse over the years anyway, and it was just really debilitating. So one thing that I did was I got back into performing. Now, I was invited to go to a improv workshops for about 18 months, and that got better, but that's a team sport, and I wasn't really keeping up with the rest of the team, so got myself fired. So that was all for the best. And then for about 10 months I helped host an open mic with poets and singers and comedians and that sort of thing. And that was kind of a good kind of mental stimulation. One of the things about being disabled that you don't hear about a lot is the isolation. I just rarely leave the house. I mean, when you have these lovely 60s, prints, you don't really want to leave the house all the time, but sometimes it's healthy. So I've been a fan of, just a kind of a geek about stand-up comedy since I was a kid. And I'm just not into being a geek of things, but that is one. And I've done a lot of performing comedy, but a little bit of stand-up, in the early 80s. But basically, for the past year and a half, I've been going to open mics that are specific to stand-up comedy. The other thing is the social aspect. Now, the You Caring, the crowdfunding page, we're up to 22% of the goal already. And that's great. That's going to, help me get through the June house payment, and then I'll start needing more help money-wise from people. But money is not the only thing that people have helped me with. Now, I told you about the, socializing aspect of me going out and doing these open mics. Well, comedians on the whole, and there's a lot of jokes about this, are sort of not, well, let's just say we're kind of basically shy people that like to get up and, in front of people and say what we think. I posted on Facebook a picture of the big dead tree that was in my yard. It's been there for a long time, and I just still don't know what to do about it. I didn't know what to do about it. And one of the guys, Daniel, just piped up and said, "Hey, I'll cut it down for you." And so now Daniel is one of the more ambitious comedians. He's done showcase shows. He's appeared at the Comedy Store in LA and other places like that. At the time that I'm recording this, he is in, I think, Afghanistan right now with a group of veterans who are comedians there to entertain the troops. So he's just a great guy. And so he and John Hacker, another great comedian, came over and started chopping away on my big tree. And they got one big branch off the roof. And then a few days later, and look at this picture of Daniel climbing up that tree with like rock climbing gear and stuff. I mean, he just went into it. And the thing is, and then later they came back, a day or two later, and they came back and chopped the entire tree down with little 14-inch electric chainsaws, which aren't supposed to be able to do that. I mean, these guys, they just decided that was what was going to happen, and that's what happened. And then a few days after that, there's just this big log in my yard. Some more guys, Chris Flail, Eddie Molina, and Kurt Siebelm came and, with Daniel, chopped up the big log into smaller logs. And then people came by the house just, hey, dude, I see you have logs. Can I have them? And so a couple of times, just random people came up. And so the yard, as you can see here, is just not what it used to be. It is, it's going to take a while to get used to. I mean, it's still a dumpy little house, of course, but it looks so much different. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. But I just wanted to point out that there are some kind people that have helped me with money, and then there's kind people that have helped me with connections and leads on things. But then there's some people that came right out to the house and physically helped me get through this time when I'm disabled and Social Security hasn't come through yet. So when you see Oil City Comedy advertised on one of the showcase shows or the open mics, come on out. Show your appreciation for these really great guys. Thanks.